This video is going to show us how to complete worksheet practice 7-5. 7-5 is graphing linear inequalities. Okay, the top part 1 to 15 is what we're going to discuss right now. So I have just cut and paste this onto another document, so I'll be going back and forth between these two pages. Your worksheet will look like this. So we're going to talk about how to do 1 to 15. So for 1 to 15, it says to graph the linear inequality. I want to add some instructions to this. So we're going to graph it, and then we're going to write down one possible solution. Okay, so we need to write down one possible solution. If you want to write that on your paper, that's fine to do as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the inequality, and I'm going to put that inequality in the decimal. So this says y is greater than or equal to -4. So I'm going to type in here y is greater than or equal to -4. Okay, and graph that, and now I need to find one solution that works. So I need any point that's in the shaded region. I'm going to pick 0, 0, just because I think that's a really easy point. So I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to go and put 0, 0 as my point for number 1. Okay, I'm here to do the second one. I'm going to plug in x plus y is less than -2. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to delete this line because I don't need to have all these lines kind of going at the same time. So it was x plus y is greater than 2. Is that correct? X plus y is less than -2. I'll type that in. X plus y is less than -2. So if I look at this one, that's what this line looks like. I need to find a point that works for this. Now, if you click on these points are not solutions. I can prove they're not solutions by plugging in -2 for x and 0 for y. So if I plug them in here, it's for x, if it was -2 plus, and the y value is 0, it gets me -2. Okay, so that would equal -2 if I plug this point in here. -2 is not less than -2. It is equal to it. Okay, so this point is not a solution. If I was to use this point, if I was to switch it around, 0 plus -2, that also equals -2. We know that it is not less than -2. The -2's would have to be equal to. There's no line underneath it there for it to work. So these are not solutions. We also know they're not solutions because they're on a dashed line. They are on a dashed line. The points on the dashed line are not solutions. So I'd have to pick a different point that could be out here. A different point that I could pick. Anything in this shaded region, I'm going to go -4, +1. So I would come back to my paper, and I would write down on my paper the solution, -4, comma, +1. And I would continue to go through the rest of these by typing them in and then finding a point on the shaded region that was a solution. Okay, go ahead and complete 1 through 15. Once you finish those, we're going to move down to these ones. You're going to do 16 the same way, but you have to first try to write the linear inequality from the situation. Same with 17 and 18. We are not doing 19 to 30. Do not do those. But we will be doing 16, 17, and 18. You just have to write these in the correct situation first. Okay? Hope this helps. If you have any questions, come ask.